What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Monster Bass channel. I'm Jeff with Burley Fishing, and I want to talk to you about one of our featured baits in this month's takeover box. So we're talking about the Monster Bass January box, the Strike King BioBait takeover, and I want to talk to you about these BioBait plastics a little bit today. What they are, why you should care about them, and how you should maybe fish them. Plus, I'm going to show you some action in the fish tank here in just a second. So if you're looking for more videos like this, fishing techniques, tips and tricks from great anglers all over the country, then you should probably stay tuned. We do a ton of that here on the Monster Bass channel, so consider subscribing. Smash the like on this video, ring that notification bell so you can see when we drop more content. And if you want to see more unboxings, including the BioBait Strike King Takeover box, head over to Burley Fishing. I just did one, so you can pop on over there and see it. We did the MB Regional and the Monster Bass Ice box, our second one ever. So if you want to see maybe a different perspective on that, as well as us dunking them in the tank or even going and fishing them, I'd appreciate it if you go check out my channel as well. So let's get to these baits, shall we? So I've actually got 4 bags of plastics from BioBait for you guys today, 3 of which came in the Strike King BioBait Takeover box for January. If you get the national or the regional box from us here at Monster Bass, you're gonna be getting those. And then I've got one that I'm pretty excited about. I actually really like the look of this one from the ice box that I'm gonna show you after these. So let's get right into them. We've got 3. So we've actually got a stick worm. We've got a leech, most likely for drop shotting, but a lot of different things you can do with it. And we got a good old fluke. From the ice box, check this out. We got a smaller size leech in bright pink. It's a 2.5 incher, which I think is gonna be juice this ice season. So let's take a look at these things individually here. First up, I wanna show you this worm. Look at that. So we got a nice classic stick worm, but it's one with a ton of action. This one here is in green pumpkin. So you got like the green plastic with the black flake in there. And I've just got it wacky rigged. I'll show you what it looks like. Weightless wackied, which is probably what most of you guys are throwing or should be throwing when you're trying to catch some big old dang hogs out there. This will be something that could easily catch you your PB. Look at that. That's just awesome. They also are like pretty buoyant, so they sink really, really slow. So if you're just trying to entice those reaction strikes, this could be the one for you. We've got a Fluke, got rigged up on an EWG here. That Fluke has a ton of action in the tail. If you guys aren't throwing these in like fall and spring, you're kind of missing out. Throwing one of these weightless could be the difference maker for you if you're just trying to have a good day on the water and catch some big old bass. This can definitely help out. This one comes in a watermelon flake as well, so it's that green pumpkin base color with some red flake in it. We got the Leech here. Look at this thing. Tapered body, mostly flat. Comes down to this little tail at the end, and that tail is gonna be moving a ton in the water, so that's gonna look really good. And again, we got it rigged up on drop shot here, so a little teardrop or a tube style weight at the bottom. Coming up to here, we have the Daiichi Standout Hooks, one of my favorite drop shot hooks to be throwing. That one's gonna look juicy. Ooh, and here's that ice rig. Look at this thing. Ice rig on a little jig here is a 1/16 ounce jig, and this color, I love the color. I love throwing like brighter plastics or jigs with like the glow resin, something that's gonna pop or stand out a bit more in those low light conditions through the ice. Tends to be a difference maker if we're trying to just get some bites. So again, much shorter on this one, 2.5 inches, but it's that same exact body style as the Leech. So some good variety here. I mean, you guys are getting a worm, you got a Fluke, you got a drop shot plastic with the Leech, and then you got an ice fishing plastic. So they got some good variation with what they're offering, but why the heck would you get a BioBait? So here's the back. Read it and video's done. You're welcome, bye. So on the back here, you can see all about it. Essentially what we're looking at is it's a high scented bait. You know, there obviously we can argue till the cows come home if scent works or doesn't work. I know a lot of you guys like it because I hear from you in my comment thread over on the Burley Fishing channel. I hear from you on the Monster Bass channel. We read all those comments, we take advice, all of that. But these are really well scented and they don't stank too much where you open it up and you're just like gasping for air, trying to survive yourself, let alone the fish trying to bite the thing. So it's not too bad. They're actually infused with fish oil, so it's not a crazy scent. They're made in the good old US of A. Another thing you might notice here right on the front is they don't dry out. I don't know if that's like the fish oil that they're using. Like, it's just better for the plastic to last a little bit longer, but like they're not gonna dry out. So that scent's not just gonna wear off like some of the scents that you'll get in like a little tube. You mix it up yourself in the bag. These are pre-mixed, ready to go. They're not gonna dry out. And the whole reason they're named BioBait is because these are like biodegradable baits. If a fish consumes this plastic, it's actually safer for the fish because it's just gonna break down in their belly. They can pass it, it's gone. I don't know about you guys, but you ever find old fishing plastics when you're walking the bank or you're out fishing and you just get like that Senko that's 10 feet long now because it just absorbed all the water over time? It's disgusting. Those don't really break down. They don't go away. But this is a type of bait that will. So I think that's really cool that they're trying to do something a little bit better, safer for the fish and better for the environment. That's something I like. So here's the deal. The last big thing I want you to know about these guys is that it's a tear-resistant plastic. So it's not just gonna fall apart when you rig it, but more importantly, it should stay on for more bites. And to prove that, hopefully, I'm gonna put it to the test. I have no idea if this is gonna work. I haven't done this. So tear-resistant, let's see how tear-resistant they are. Dude, I'm actually pulling pretty dang hard. Okay, so resistant, not tear-proof, obviously. I gotta say, that's a durable plastic. That actually took a minute. That's me pulling on it. We're talking about a fish mostly like hitting your hook and then just like fighting you a little bit as you reel them in. And that was the thinnest plastic that they offer with that Leech. Just to ensure it's not just because it was the thinner plastic, here we have the worm. Again, feels pretty durable just from the stretch. Let's see how much it takes to rip. Oh, wow. Dude, wow, okay. They're definitely tear resistant. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right there. All right, you guys, so there is the BioBaits from the Monster Bass regional box, the national box, or the ice box this month. You're gonna get some BioBaits in there. And if you wanna just get them in a Monster Bass box, I don't know, that's an easy way to get 3 packs of them at a pretty good value, plus a bunch of Strike King baits, then go consider subscribing to the Monster Bass box. Go to monsterbass.com. Get your own regional box and the ice box come in at $36.99. But if you want to save 15 bucks off your first box, use the code SAVE15, all caps SAVE15 to save 15 bucks off your first box. Pretty slick deal as well, I would say. All right, so let's check these baits out in the tank real quick. I want you to see what the action is like in the water. Here we go. First up, we got that BioBait's Leech. Look at that. Look at the action on that. That's pretty sweet. Tail's going crazy. Tons of action on the tail. It's that more flat, tapered body, so it's gonna look juicy. All right, next up we got that Fluke. Wanted to go weightless on this just to test the buoyancy of it. It's got some, that's nice, that like slow fall there. Kind of like the pace at which it falls. It's more the power finesse approach for me. But yeah, your little Fluke tail there. It's got a ton of action. It's got a thicker body, easy rigging. That open belly makes it super easy to rig on an EWG like I've got right here. Or if you want to fish it a little heavier, go with like that belly weighted hook. All right, here's our stick worm. Oof, oof. That slow sink though. Then let it sink. If you're going weightless wacky like I've got it set up right now, it's the old let it sink, rip it up. You get a ton of action out of that. You can give it some good play there. Little dangle. Lastly, we got our little ice plastic. Threw it on a 1/16 ounce jig. And oh my gosh. Let me get it right dead center here. Look at the tail on this thing. A little jiggle. Give it a little dangle and a little jiggle. Look at that thing. That's some dang action. Boom. Just sitting there. Dead stick this thing. And that tail is going to do a lot of work for you by itself. Hey guys, thanks again for watching the video today. You guys have been fantastic. If you want to see more videos like this, gear reviews, unboxing videos, and tips and tricks from great anglers around the country, then consider subscribing to the Monster Bass channel. Smash a like on this video, ring that notification bell so you can see when we drop more content, and come check out Burley Fishing if you've got a second. We've unboxed a few of these recently, so if you want to see the regional unboxing, the ice unboxing, or I don't know, a whole bunch of other cool, fun fishing videos, tackle reviews, and gear reviews, then I'd appreciate it if you drop by my channel and maybe subscribe if you like what you see, all right? All right, thanks again for watching, you guys, and we'll see you on the next Monster Bass video.